Okay. Sorry, I'm still kind of getting settled in here. Alright. We're back. Decided to do this. Somebody's already setting off firecrackers. Which is hilarious because you're not supposed to set anything off in city limits until July 4th between certain hours. So, I'm kind of surprised they're risking it. But then again, a lot of the people in this area don't give a rat's ass, so. Look, I already got paint on me just from setting up the pallet. Like, that didn't take long. Alright. So, I've got 2 wood slices pulled out. I don't know if we're going to get both of them tonight. We'll see. Sorry, I was going to start a little bit earlier, but I was trying to find a reference image that I was happy with for tonight. So, reference image is in the bottom corner. It's from Nicholas something, Nicholas O. The photo was from Unsplash. So, thank you, Nicholas. You will be our inspirational photo tonight. It's not going to look exactly the same as dear Nicholas's photo, but we will be using it to see what we can come up with on our own. We are going to be attempting to paint. We're going to be attempting to paint. There we go. I said it right. Sorry, the heat's getting to my brain. In the Bob Ross style of wet on wet. Sorry, it can be really hard to see if you've gotten the liquid white everywhere when you have a white background. Maybe I should get gray gesso for this. Alright. Okay, so let me clean that off. I do apologize, my bucket is right near the microphone. Hopefully it's not too obnoxious. I have a little more space on this desk than I did the old one, but not much. Alright. So, this guy has a bit of a mountain range to him. And some flowers and stuff, and we've got a sky and some clouds. So I think what we're going to start off with here is going to be putting in our sky. So we're going to grab some titanium white and some phthalo blue, I think. So I'm just trying to get the right shade here. I don't want to be too deep of a blue, although I guess we could be. What does Bob say? It's how we see it. We all see it different. Plus, if we want to add our own spin to it. Alright, let's see. Now, I didn't do any horizon lines or anything here. Alright, so there is water in here as well. me trying to do a straight line. It's not too bad for me. Alright, so I'm just going to grab just a little bit more of our blue here. So, we've painted with Bob's Tutorials a number of times. This one we're kind of attempting to unfurl our wings here. And see what we can do. I did another one on my own earlier in the week, I believe. I believe it was this. No, maybe it was last. No, maybe it was this week. I guess it was this week. And that one didn't come out too bad. It's in the box. I had to make drying boxes for the oil paints because of our cats. And I have nowhere to store these while they're drying. So I had to make a box. We got some photo storage boxes. And we heated up a screwdriver and popped holes into the sides of it. And then we took some like toaster oven type racks that we got from Dollar Tree, and some large skewers, and kind of made like a rack system so I can get 2 layers per box. So those 2 that I've done already are in the drying box. Actually, we might not even really need to get too hot and heavy with the clouds there. Although, I don't know. We might do a little something cloud-like. Alright, just cleaning our brush. These are too small to do a brush beater rack, so we're just gonna have to pretend. Pretend that was the tapping on the brush beater rack. I have my paint thinner bucket that I'm sure is gonna turn an ugly shade of gray in no time. But as long as it keeps cleaning the brushes, it's all that matters. Alright, I'm gonna mix a little bit more white and a touch of midnight black. It's probably a little too much midnight black. Sorry, I don't have a camera on the palette. I'm not sure I can run 2 cameras on this computer, to be perfectly honest. without doing some upgrades to it. And there ain't no money for that. Alright, so let's see. How we go here. Hopefully I won't have to add too much or any paint thinner yet. Alright, so I've got a darker shade of gray and a lighter shade of gray. Have to see how this goes. Sorry, I'm just trying to pick up some white. To kind of fling around in there, because why not? Okay, I need to rinse that because I can't really see anything that we've done there. How is it that I swear I wiped off this ferrule and then I look back down at it? I swear it looks like we've got a ton more paint on it, or paint thinner on it. Just kind of working off the excess paint. Don't really have a way to knock the extra paint off. So we can either wash it again, or we can just try to work some of it off on its own. Sometimes it's just better to do a quick brush rinse. Sometimes. What the heck? I must have like a little divot or something. Or maybe it's just the brush itself. It might be the way the brush is shaped where it keeps looking like I've got a bead of paint thinner is still on there. Now, we did just end up getting put under a severe thunderstorm watch, and there's some stuff coming. Some nasty looking stuff coming. I don't know if it's gonna hold together with all of its nastiness, but we will see. We'll see if they actually get their fireworks show in tonight. Where my clouds just never look quite as fluffy and vibrant as Bob's do. Like, he can get some really impressively white shades in his clouds. He is also working on canvas. I am on a wood slice. These are 4-inch wood slices, not sponsored from Arteza. I paid for these myself. Okay. Probably need another bit of cloud in here. And I've got a huge bucket of paint thinner compared to the size of my brushes. Got like the standard Bob bucket. Alright. I was actually mad because I was like, oh, put way too much color of that out. But you know what? I think we're okay. Okay, let me rinse that, and then we'll go back into our dark color here. Sorry, I'm just drying this on a paper towel. Oh, there was still some paint thinner on the brush there. I guess I'm not doing as good of a job of drying these as I thought I was. And then we'll grab our that paint thinner just likes to hold on to these ferrules. I don't know where it's coming from. So it is a slightly different animal. Painting with the oil paints. than it is the acrylics. Slightly. Keep looking at how much paint thinner I'm like wiping off of the brush. I'm like, oh my goodness. That little part of my heart that's like, no, you're wasting it. We're not. This is what it's for. And even all the other paintings we did, I still hadn't really run out. I was starting to get a little low, but we hadn't run out, so that little side of my brain just kind of needs to calm the fuck down. It never will, but it needs to. Okay, so let me grab a slightly bigger guy. See if we can't attempt to fluff this a little bit. See if we are successful. But yeah, I've got a whole area set up in our storage shelves for the arty boxes. We had to make bins because I needed somewhere for these to dry where they wouldn't be disturbed or stepped on or licked or sniffed or knocked off of, you know, their holding area. Because a couple of our cats are dicks, and we'll get into absolutely everything. Okay, now kind of have to figure out where I want our water to be. And I think I'm going to take a little bit of Prussian blue. Maybe we'll do a little bit of white. Maybe just a tiniest drop of phthalo. And a little bit of Prussian. And I'm okay if it looks a little gray. That's fine. Okay, let's go with that. I have to figure out where I want our, how far I want our water to come down, so maybe to here-ish. That's actually fairly straight for me. Alright. That's a lot of water in there, but there's a lot of water in here. And we're probably going to bring our mountains down into it a little bit, so I wouldn't be too overly concerned. With there being quite that much water. Plus the bottom flowers are going to eat up into it a little bit as well. Oh, I forgot I was going to fun tack this down so I didn't have to hold it. Too late now. Maybe for the next one. So these definitely are not Bob's brushes. Bob did not make small brushes. So that makes the task of scaling this down a little bit harder. So we kind of have to wing it a little bit. Alright. So I think these people think that because they're doing the city's fireworks show tonight, that they can just be shooting these fireworks off. When they're not supposed to be yet. Personal fireworks are for the 4th in this town. Startled by loud noises. I don't really... I don't mind watching fireworks, but I don't want to be right next to them being shot. You know? I startle pretty easily. Loud noises bother me pretty badly. Like that. And the people that are setting them off right now are across the street from us in the parking lot. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
So they might seem a little loud. So, a little extra loud, so I guess earbud warning. Probably a little late for that, but so I have found that when I do this on the wood slices, it tends to dry a little bit faster. Or at least that's been my previous experience. When we last followed along with Bob, and we were doing the mini canvases, oh my gosh, those guys took, I want to say, at least 6 months to be cured enough to handle and to put a sealant on. That was kind of wild. I was not really prepared for that. The wood slices took maybe a month. Like, I've got one that I did like maybe 2 weeks ago. And I think maybe another week and a half and it might be good. It's just the edges, like the middle is good. The center's good. It's just the edges that are a little bit still smudgy. like the very outer edge, probably because that's where stuff built up a bit more. All right, let me get a drink here. Okay. So I wasn't sure how I wanted to do this because there are mountains in here. So let's see. So I actually picked up some clay tools, some clay sculpting tools, because all the palette knives I was finding were way too big. When we did this the last time, I was using a tiny little thin craft stick as my palette knife. So let's see, we need, what color do we want to do these back mountains though? Do we want to do them like just a dark color? Guess so. Alright, so we'll get a little bit of black here and maybe a little bit of Prussian blue. And maybe a little bit of Van Dyke brown. There goes that dog again. There's somebody that drives around in a pickup truck that has a very enthusiastic border collie. Okay. Let's see. Let me grab another piece of paper towel here. Wipe off our knife. Okay. So now I have to figure out what one we're gonna use here. Let's see. I mean, even these guys aren't super tiny. I would have preferred something a little bit smaller, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. Oh gosh, that is huge. Absolutely huge. Okay. So we're just picking up a little bit more paint. So we're gonna come back with a brush and clean that up a little bit. If I was working on a surface that was a little bit bigger, then those tools would be fabulous. And I'm not using those for clay. I actually don't have any clay right now, so those tools are now strictly for oil painting. And our reference image, we're just using that strictly as inspiration. We're not really trying to completely duplicate that. Ooh, I will say that the black on this is a little bit stinky. I'm just wiping off the excess here on the side of our plate. I was using some reams of we had like a ream of almost butcher paper, kind of. I had been painting on top of that, but I wasn't sure if that was making the video look fuzzy. So I decided to go with the paper plate. Okay. So the tricky part is definitely about to happen here. Let's clean up this. Or at least one of the tricky parts. Alright. Let's see. Who do I think we can get away with here? I don't know. Who do I think we can get away with? I think I might be coming back to this guy. Alright. But first we need to mix I guess a little bit of white and, well, that's too much. A little bit of our blue. Oh boy, that's just that phthalo blue, man. I would like you a little bit more white than that. That got a little carried away. I underestimated it. Not that big of a surprise, but see here. Alright, that's probably a little bit better. Alright, look at that. That paper towel's pretty much shot. Alright, let's get another one over here. And then get a little bit of our titanium white here. Well, we need a little bit more than that. Oh no, I think I got some blue in there. Crap. Alright. Alright, that's better. Well, I don't think I underestimated or overestimated the white this time. Alright, let me clean that off, get the excess. Okay. So, got a little roll of our white paint here. Alright, well, that wasn't the greatest. I'd really like to split this so that it's just a little bit smaller. Oh, there's that blue that got in there on me. It's not too bad. I mean, I'm also kind of doing this with my left hand as well. And the left hand doesn't really know what it's doing half the time. Left hand just shows up. It's like somebody said there'd be food. Like, you know. Like, you know how that goes. It's not totally horrendous. Alright, let's see how we go with the other side here. Let me wipe that off. So not our greatest Bob Mountain, but it's not terrible. Or I could just be like super delusional here. It's not too bad. Let me get a little more white here. See if we can change the angle of that. Sorry, creaky chair. Creaky chair is creaky. That's not so bad. Considering, you know, I'm using clay tools. I'm trying to do something that's very, very tiny. Okay, now there's another bit of mountain range back in there. So I'll tell you what, we'll take one of our small guys here. They're all small, but see if we can like mist the bottom of the sky just a little bit. Don't know if it's really gonna work, but we'll try. We can but try. Okay. Still, that's not too bad. I'm reasonably happy with that guy. Oh, you know what? We're zoomed all the way out. Oh, what's happening? Oh, we got a raid. Hello. Hey Jay, how are you? Hope everybody's doing alright. Hope your stream was good. Let me see if I can zoom this in a bit more. Might have to fix the focus once I get there because I've got autofocus turned off. Hello Jay and friends, welcome. I am Nisey. We do a variety of things here, from gaming to art. Tonight we're doing a bonus art stream. Husband wasn't up to Diablo tonight. It's a bit... oh no, that made it worse. It's a bit sweltering in here. Been under a heat advisory all day. Let's see, I think that's about as zoomed in as I can get it.
Probably as good as it's going to get without quality loss.
Yeah.
Don't mind the tech support voice.
Yeah, it's probably picking him up. My microphone loves him. Good to see you. You love art streams? Yeah, we did a acrylic painting stream earlier today. And since it was too hot to mentally deal with figuring out Diablo tonight, we are working on some paint stuff. I'm just trying to figure out what color I want this mountain range to be. We're using the photo in the bottom corner as our inspiration photo. Came from Unsplash. The photographer's name was Nicholas, and I do not know how to pronounce his last name, so we're going to go with Nicholas O. It's written in text, or if anybody really wants the photo, you can message me and I can type it out for you. Or the husband can put it in the chat. Either one. I don't know what the husband's up to right now.
I don't know where it is to copy it.
You can't read it on the thingy, or?
Oh, let me see if I can.
You usually watch in a full screen, so I don't know if it's visible in full screen or not.
I don't.
Alright, so I'm just mixing some raw sienna, I think it is, and some Van Dyke Brown together here. So yeah, we worked on an acrylic painting earlier today with, it's a work in progress that I've been working on for a while off stream. And I finally came to the realization that I'm just not going to have time to finish it unless we do it on stream. So that's what we were doing earlier today. And figured we would do a live oil painting session. I've got 2 recorded for when I'm away. Yeah, that looks about right. And I just have to get those edited. before we go away the end of September, but I'm going to hold those until then. So, because I won't have enough live streams before we go to export to YouTube, even if I schedule them, I think, for the whole time that we're gone. Where's my photo? I lost my photo now. No! Okay, there we go. So yeah, hope you guys had a good stream. What were you guys doing tonight? So we've got another... My hand's shaking, I'm nervous. So we've got this guy down in here. D&D session. Oh, nice. What edition?
The dreaded question.
Slayers was DMing it, and James and you were playing. Husband runs D&D. Occasionally when he has a group that sticks together long enough. I don't know if he's ever finished a game, though, because the groups keep falling apart. I think you finished one.
In the before times.
I think you finished one with Harley's group. Maybe the mirror group?
Well, that's because they all died at the end.
Oh, okay.
Technically, yes, it finished.
I thought like it was a purpose finish, not a, oh, right, this happened finish. Gotcha.
The titular Harley did something completely unwise. And
Harley did a Harley, right.
Yeah, and everyone joined in, and that was that.
Right. So you are 5th edition, you think, doing the Dragon's Rest campaign.
Almost certainly 5th edition.
Okay, so you know that one? Is that like a pre-made, or...?
The fact that they're playing a pre-made means it's probably 5th edition.
No, I'm asking you if that's a pre-made.
I'm assuming so.
Oh, I thought you were familiar with it.
Not with it itself, but just the fact that it is a named thing.
A named thing? Okay.
Means, yeah.
I've dabbled... I've dabbled a tiny bit, but my anxiety gets the best of me, and then I, like, shut down. I'm like, no, I can't do it. I've tried, but I just get so nervous and anxiety-ridden doing it. That and my attention span is that of, like, a squirrel. So, if people start taking too long doing whatever they're doing... No fault to them, it's just my brain. My brain gets bored and I'm like, yeah, okay. Let's do this.
I consider it a blessing that Nisey has never once leveled a wizard high enough to cast Fireball. I'm pretty sure she'd be one of those.
I never tried a wizard, I don't think.
No, you didn't.
I don't think it interested me. I think it was a little too much work. I wanted simple. And I think the list of... Weren't they one of the ones that you had to pre-pick your spells for the day?
Yeah.
Like every day and then keep track of certain things. And I was just like, no, I can't do that. Just like, I know my limitations and I'm either gonna forget... And then somebody's going to ask me at the worst opportune time, be like, what now? Or, you know. Yeah, no, I don't know. I've told the story before, but I don't know if you heard it. Russell was trying to get me into D&D. And one of our coworkers was running a game. What edition was it? Second, maybe?
That was 2nd edition.
2nd edition. And his significant other at the time, she was very into lore, and when she got going about something, and we had come upon a ritual where a bunch of cultists were performing some kind of chant, cast something or other on some dragon eggs. Now, I don't know that much about D&D, but I know anything involving a dragon egg's probably not a good thing. And, in my brain, it's like, oh no, they're trying to bring them back to life. We don't need more dragons running around. We need to stop this. And she was going on and on and on about, I don't even know what the hell she was going on about. It started to become like Charlie Brown's teacher in my ear, where I was just like,
well, okay, it's worth note.
I wasn't paying attention.
They were playing in a homemade setting that they had been playing in for decades at that point.
Yeah, that I didn't really know anything about, and I'm just like, uh-huh.
And for some reason, in the middle of all that, she had to tell us this big, exciting, long history story. Oration was not her gift. So, suffice to say, the dry so material only becomes drier. It was like listening to the desert. So, yeah, please continue. Sorry, dear.
So, yeah, I was getting kind of itchy, and I'm like, I'm not paying attention at this point. Russell had a hexagon table map for D&D that you could use like dry erase markers on. I kid you not, I was sitting there coloring on the map in front of me, just doodling, because I was tired, because it was normally getting around the time that we would go to bed, and I wasn't paying attention anymore, and she finally stopped talking. And it was we rolled for initiative or whatever, and I was first, and I'm like, yep, okay, and I shot the dragon eggs, and the look on her face was like I had just committed the ultimate sin, and I just kind of and then the DM rolled for, I guess, how much damage I did to it, and it seemed as though I did max damage, and I think I got a 20 in that roll, and so I had basically exploded all 3 of the dragon eggs and made a huge mess, and I thought she was going to come over the table at me with the look on her face. I was like, oh shit. I was like, well, maybe if you hadn't talked so long and did something, maybe, you know, I wouldn't have gotten bored and was just like, fuck this, and just shot the eggs. I'm dangerous when I'm bored. I can't help that. But, you know, if you're gonna take forever to get to the point, then that's probably bound to happen. With me involved, at least. Sorry, I'm trying to mix a color here that I'm happy with. I'm trying to get some, you know, I grabbed some Van Dyke Brown and some yellow ochre, and I'm not sure if that's gonna do it. Let me get some raw sienna instead. So, yeah, I mean, I can try to play it, and I have played it a little bit. I ran my own game. It was half-assed, but I ran it. And, except I didn't... I kind of did sort of pre-made characters, sort of. So I was running like an Alice in Wonderland style short game. Where, that's a little better. Where, depending on what item looked interesting in the room that the players had gotten trapped in, whatever they touched, that was what they were playing. So, I mean, it wasn't so bad. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but, you know. And then the other games I tried to plan, like, I get so nervous. I have to call the dice different names because we were playing with physical dice, and I wouldn't remember what they were called and stuff, so I made my own names based on what they looked like to me. Sorry, I'm still mixing color. We'll get there, I promise. Eventually. So I've got some raw sienna and some yellow ochre mixed together. And I'm mixing some white into that as well for a lighter shade here. Alright, we're gonna see how that does us. But, you know, I had to have index cards with all my spells on them written out because I couldn't remember what stuff was to roll for it and everything. It was a whole huge production. Because whenever we played, I felt like I was the least knowledgeable person at the table. And then my anxiety just got the better of me, and I'm like, yeah, no, I can't. I don't think this is gonna work. Alright, I need a tool. I need a tool. This feels a little big. I mean, everybody's kind of a little big, but at least you're pointy. I don't know, maybe we should just keep using the straight edge guy. Alright. So, but no, that's good. I hope you guys had fun. Alright, let's see here. Get a little bit of our lighter color here. I'm probably gonna turn this. How do I want to do this? That is the greatest question. I don't think I mixed enough of this. Is what the issue is. Yeah, there's hardly anything on that. Okay. Get some more yellow ochre. Some more raw sienna. I think it's raw sienna. Alright. Yes, I hope you guys all had fun with that. So we do gaming and art. We game on Thursday and Friday, sometimes Saturday. And then we do art Saturday morning. Well, Saturday afternoon, really. Technically. And then when we game on Saturday, it's in the evening. And then we do some kind of painting project Saturday afternoon. And then Sunday and Monday, we do needle felting. We are currently working on following along with Bob Ross tutorials while we're needle felting. Because I hadn't seen anybody try that. I'd seen them following along in a host of different ways. Blind, not watching him. What's the matter, Momo? Do you have to go potty? Don't side-eye me. Do you have to go potty? This dog. Has figured out that he can whine and drive me crazy. And we don't know what he wants. What? Oh. I don't speak grumbles, though. I don't know what you want. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch. Find my mouse.
I've got two doggies staring at me. I've got two doggies staring at me.
That storm fell apart. Oh, goodness. Poppers. Shh. Easy.
No attitude. No.
Well, that storm fell apart that was coming our way.
No, problem solved.
Yeah, well, we've got some other stuff floating out there. We'll see if they get the fireworks in tonight. They should actually be getting ready to start, so
come on. Susan, you want to go?
It might get very loud outside here.
No?
Come on, Momo.
Come.
Let's go now before it gets loud out.
You gurred.
Yeah, he did grr.
Come on.
Momo, come on, let's go. Come on. Potty, if I have to get up.
Listen to Mommy a lot better than Daddy nowadays.
Come on, let's go. Up, up. Up, up.
Come.
Up, up. Momo,
Up.
come.
Thank you. Oh, butter.
He's such a
my
brat.
gosh. Come here.
Like, I don't know what you're gurring for.
Hang on. Daddy's gonna grab a cup real quick. Hang on.
I don't know if you're going to get one because they're about to start. So it looks like they managed to, or they're going to manage to get the fireworks show in tonight. So for some reason our town decided that they were going to do it tonight for 4th of July. For reasons, I guess. I guess something to do with the fact that 4th of July is on a Thursday or some nonsense. I don't know. Seemed to be their excuse for it.
Alright.
Did you manage to get a sample?
No, because someone set off firework right as he got started and he gave up. Alright, Susan, do you want to go? Come on.
He hates loud noises. I'll be surprised if you get him to go.
Okay, you don't have to. I'm just offering. Okay, all done. All done. Oh my goodness. What's up?
So, the town is doing their city-sponsored one tonight. And then there seems to be a church that's doing one
I don't know what you want.
tomorrow night?
Come here.
Is he looking for last oh, he's looking, it's 9 o'clock.
Where you sat?
They want their
You just want the goodie.
yeah.
Okay,
Shh, buddy.
okay. Come on, sweetheart.
Buddy. Eardrums, buddy. Eardrums. Sorry, I wasn't facing him. I didn't know he was going to start barking. He's not normally a barky dog. Alright. So, I'm just kind of trying to blend this in a little bit.
Can you spin?
Because I need to put some foliage on there.
There you go.
I was going to say, I think Momo was gurring for his second dinner.
He was looking, but again, someone set one off right as he was setting.
It might have been their test one to test the system, unless it was across the street.
I think it was just someone across the street.
Because they've set off a couple. Kind of surprised nobody called the cops on them, but then again, everybody's probably down at the school. Alright, so let me see. There's like some foliage in there. Might have to add some paint thinner to this. I'm gonna get some sap green. And a little bit of our Van Dyke brown. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to get like just a drop of paint thinner here. So we're probably not gonna get to the second one tonight. I didn't think we would, but I wanted to have a second one on hand just in case. Okay, you know what? I want the smaller brush. We're gonna go small with this, like smaller. So let me clean that real good. I don't have a beater rack. You're gonna have to pretend that that's what it is. I had a beater rack before, but there's no point with brushes this small. Who do I want? Who do I want? You know what? Let's go with you. Alright, so I'm just gonna load some of that. I don't have a palette camera, sorry. But, you know, we'll figure it out. So it's not gonna be the exact same as our reference photo, and that's fine. Doesn't need to be. Doesn't need to be in the slightest. Either my mom's banging her stuff around in the other room, or they are getting started. So I did have to add just a couple of drops of paint thinner to this to get it to come off the brush. Might need to grab just a little bit more there. I don't like going too heavy into the paint thinner too soon, because then that means I'm gonna have a heck of a time later. So we'll get these guys worked into here. I think I'm gonna change this from just a tree covered or shrub covered like brown hillside, just to kind of have this stuff along the edge of the water here, just to kind of see how we go. So we're not following a tutorial for this one. We're kind of just winging it, basically. I usually follow the tutorials, but we gotta branch out and attempt this without our hand being held at some point, right? So alright, try that. Alright, so I'm gonna grab some how about we grab some cad yellow and a teeny bit of black. Bob always says that makes a lovely green. We'll see, Bob. We'll be the judge of that. I don't know. That's kind of dark. I mean, it kind of looks like an olive green. Maybe I don't have enough yellow. Like, I've seen him have it look like a lovely velvety green. So I might just not have enough yellow mixed in. Maybe we'll add just a little bit of white into there. Hopefully it doesn't gray it too much. Alright, that's not so bad. That might be light enough for this. Alright, I'm gonna grab some paint thinner again. And we'll get that worked in. But I'll tell you, I am actually looking forward to being done today. I am hot. It is hot in here. Alright, so I'm just gonna kind of grab this lighter green and just try to dab in here and there. Just so we have some shadow left in there. Ugh. Okay. And we'll get this done. And then when we get through this part, we'll see about maybe trying to bring a reflection down into the water here. So I don't want to kill all that dark color in there, but at the same time, I want to make sure that we've got enough of our light green going in there too. So I'm going to grab just a little bit more paint thinner and add it to the spot of this color that didn't have any in it yet. Because that section right there seemed a little lacking for color. Alright. Not too bad. That back mountain's really growing on me now. I was a little... it scared me. It definitely scared me there. I was like, uh-oh. Alright. Alright, we're gonna see if we can pull this down just a little bit. To get our reflections in. I'm kind of surprised we haven't heard more fireworks yet, unless they were delayed starting. We usually hear them. I thought they said the show was at 9. Okay, that should be pretty dry. Alright, so we're gonna go back and forth here. Just to clean up that line there. Okay, not terrible. Right? That's really what I'm shooting for, is not terrible. Baby steps, baby steps. Alright. So now I'm gonna take a little bit of our, where is it? Here it is. Well, what do I want to grab here? Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I think we'll just use the paintbrush, because I know Bob uses a knife for this, but we can't always use the same exact tools that Bob does, just due to the size of our work surface here. Right? Like, this would be one hell of an abstract painting if we tried to use a 1-inch brush for the whole thing, let alone a 2-inch brush. Oh my goodness. That would be rather quite the disaster. Oh, there it goes. Whoa!
God damn, that one was kind of loud.
Yeah, the whole fucking house shook. Seems a little excessive.
I'm not used to them going quite that hard.
Oh, they did at least once or twice last year. But it was towards the end, not towards the beginning. We thought that there had been an accident. It was so loud. I mean, the walls and the floor just vibrated. And now all the animals are all upset. I mean, it's just down the street from us. They're doing it closer now. It's coming from the show. It's
I can hear it now.
yeah, it's the way the sound's echoing off the building across the street from us.
Which direction is it showing?
It's down at the high school.
Okay. Behind the sun.
Yeah. If you want to walk down there,
I might.
although it's in progress now, I don't know if you're going to get down there in time.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to tolerate the heat. I'm just going to see if I can see anything out here.
You might have to walk out into the middle of the street next to Nancy. A lot of trees around us. I don't know if he's going to see anything from here. Oh, yeah, I do have our water pretty crooked there. That's alright. We're going to fix that. So we've got all of our green things down in here. So, let's see here. Good. Jesus Christ. Not a fan of this. I'm really not. Of the big loud noises. I don't like this. And I'm not sure how much of it's coming through. I imagine some of it is. Alright, so I'm mixing together some Van Dyke Brown. It's getting a little excessive, huh? What? Did you see anything?
Not really.
With all the trees, you might have to start walking
Yeah,
down
I'm
that
not gonna
way.
bother. Not this year. Maybe next year if it's not horrendously hot. Or if I'm a little saner. But
Some of these are a little excessively loud. Alright. So, I'm gonna see if I can straighten this up a little bit. Momo.
relax, pal.
He wants second dinner. Because he didn't get it yet, right?
No.
I think that's what the issue is at the moment. That, or he's figured out that I've got a snack sitting next to me. Mama, we'll take you back out to try to pee again outside when the loud noises stop. I doubt it's going to take that long for the show. Oh, buddy. Oh, my muffin. Alright, that's pretty good there. So it's not going to stay like that, but just wanted to get that started. I know, buddy, I know. I don't like it either. And we've got a whole week of this. Because our town's doing theirs tonight. There's a church in our town doing a family / church, I guess, teamed up, and they're doing a show tomorrow night. And then the next town over, I think, is doing their show. And then Fayetteville's doing their show. And then on the 4th of July, everybody can shoot their shit off. You know. Okay. So. I mean, if you like fireworks, then hey. I hope you can hear it in the background, and I hope you are enjoying. Momo. Muffin, I love you. I do. But you gotta calm down. Oh, nothing. Oh, nothing. Buddy, you can't have my snack. No, you can't. My snack is not Momo approved. It's not. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry that you seem to disagree, but it's not. Momo? What? Daddy tried to take you out to potty and it boomed and you're like, nope. I mean, you could have peed. You have a potty pad in the house too, so... I mean... It's not like I'm being a total dick. Alright, so... We're gonna have a lot of overlapping. My desk just shook. What the hell? I have a few overlapping colors here. In spots. I'm beginning to think maybe we should grab some straight sap green here. See if we can darken this up a little bit for where we need it. So that should be a little bit darker. Alright, we're gonna need some more paint thinner. You know what? I'm gonna take the smallest amount of Prussian blue and mix it into this sap green. I'm curious as to what we're gonna get here. Alright. So I'm gonna just trying to start tapping some of this in. Kind of in the background here. Don't know how much of this will be visible, but we'll see. Just so we can get some dark leaf, shadowy things happening here. So we have a brick building right across the street from us. So we tend to get any loud sounds, they tend to echo off the side of the building. So that's not helping. the situation. Okay, that Prussian blue mixed in, I think, did the trick to darken that up pretty good. So that's going to be a mixture of sap green, Prussian blue going in on top of this, and just a little bit, like this paintbrush sized load of paint thinner. So that's not doing too bad. Get that all worked into here, and I'm just kind of tapping in. It sounds like I'm in a war zone. I don't know how much of that's coming through on the microphone. I mean, quite a bit of it could be, since I've got the mic volume turned up. Could we not with that? Like growing up, the fireworks shows we saw, they always did them out over the Absecon Bay on a barge, or like well out towards the casinos. They were like nowhere near us, but we could see it on the horizon line, and we didn't hear the big booms, and that I was okay with. I'm very, very anti-loud noises. My dad was into amateur hydroplane racing, and he always loved to go. When we lived in South Jersey, they would have the hydroplane races at Lake Lenape and Mays Landing, and he knew all the other drivers and the old guys on the pit crews and stuff, and so he could always like wink wink nudge his way into the pits without having to buy VIP stuff for it, because somebody he would know would let him in, and they'd be like, no, he's fine, he's with us, you know, kind of thing. And I hated it because they would have the boats up on the trailers. You never really truly realize how loud those boats are until they're out of the water and they're starting them, because they're working on the engines and stuff, and oh my god, so loud. So loud. Like, made my ears just scream loud. Was not a fan. So I felt bad because I knew he wanted to be over there, but at the same time I'm like standing there just holding my ears, because it was before like noise cancellation headphones were really a thing to help dampen the noise. This was like in the 80s, well before the internet. Well before. Probably gonna have to keep rinsing this guy. So I've got a spray bottle that is filled with water next to me, so I can hose down all of my used paper towels and stuff from wiping all the excess paint and stuff on it, because I don't have a fireproof trash can. And apparently the liquid white seems to be highly flammable. So they're like, submerge in water until you can properly dispose of it. I'm like, okay. This is the best I can do. I mean, I never had an issue with it before when I was doing this the first time. I guess I just never noticed the warning. Because I never did that the last time. But I also don't know if they've changed the ingredients since then either. So, okay. I'm gonna sit that guy over there, and I need to mix some more color here in just a minute. Okay. So we've got some purples. And some pink. So I have to figure out how I want to do this. So I guess we'll take some of our phthalo blue and some of our alizarin crimson. Not to be confused with a crimson lizard. We need a bit more of the alizarin. I've seen the auto subtitles sometimes try to call alizarin crimson a lizard crimson. I'm like, what? No. Nice try, though. Alright, so I need a fair amount of this, because I have to mix another portion of it with white so we can get a lighter shade. And then we're gonna have an even lighter shade. So I need like 3 shades of this purple color that I am trying to concoct here. I know you can't really see what I'm doing, but I've added some white to this dark purple shade. And now I'm gonna see about adding even more white to the last stage of this color build here. So I want it to be pretty pale. Like, I want to make sure that we have a difference in shade here. Now I probably should be using the palette knife to mix this. I've always been a brush mixer. I know I'm probably committing some kind of cardinal sin to somebody, but it's just easier for me. I'm sure it probably shortens the life of my brushes, but in all, this set of brushes was not that expensive, so I'm okay. I think this set of brushes was under $10, so okay. Now I'm gonna clean that up. It's not quite a terribly vivid purple that I would like. Probably would have had to go red and blue for that. But it's not a bad purple. Come on. I've got it on the ferrule. Oh, I need to be careful. I almost flung paint thinner across our thing, that would have been bad. Paint thinner and oil paint don't like each other, obviously. So if you just drop paint thinner on your thing, you'll have like all these kind of like blooms and stuff, kind of like water onto watercolor. It'll just kind of like whoosh. Okay, I need to make some pink now, so we're gonna take some bright red and some white that I apparently had either purple or blue in. That's not cool. Let's see if we can get some more white mixed into here. Get a little bit more. I might not have actually put enough white out. We'll see. So we've got a pinky color, and then I need to make another pile of this and add a little bit more white to it. Worst comes to worst, I can always add some liquid white. And if it's not quite light enough, that's pretty light though. Let me see if I can add a little bit more red into the main color here. See if we can get that a little bit darker. Okay, that's slightly noticeable between those shades. I think we're good there. Now I could try to mix one more purpley color. I mean, we don't have to use the exact colors that are in the photo. It's gonna be more of personal preference here. Got all kinds of paint up in the feral. Momo. You didn't want to be outside with the loud boomies, so you have to wait until the loud boomies are done. I'm sorry. They're working on getting done, I hope. Eventually. You might have to do his treat before they're done. Because he's about to lose his mind. Alright, so I'm mixing some of that. Yeah, that's not enough red. Some of the phthalo blue. Momo, just a minute. Into the bright red. Momo. Buddy. Oh my goodness. Oh, buddy. Alright, and we're gonna mix some white. Okay, so it's not really... I think he wants his treat.
You want your snack? Okay.
It's like well past snackage time. So that's kind of gray. I mean, all of it's kind of gray, but... Momo, go with Daddy.
Come on, Momo.
Go with Daddy, Momo. Momo, kitchen. I can't stand the smell of the wet food, or else I would have given it to him. It makes me incredibly nauseous. Yeah, okay, so those really aren't that far off of each other, so... Alright, we didn't really need to mix that other color. Oh well. Sorry, the banging that sounds like we're inside of a microwave popcorn bag is, the fireworks for 4th of July going off, even though it's June 29th. We like their fireworks here. I guess. Alright, now we need a small brush. We're gonna get a little bit of paint thinner. And we're gonna go to town dotting our plants here. I think I need a little bit more paint thinner. We're gonna have to be a little liquidy here because we've got some layers of paint that we need to work through. That's not quite enough. All right. So we're just gonna kind of dot this in. It's gonna be a dotty good time here. Yeah, I do. I feel like I'm inside of a microwave popcorn bag. Oh my goodness. Alright, let me get some of our dark pink going here. This is crazy. Oh, are we done? Was that the finale? Probably not. Well, it could have been. Nope. Silly us. Silly us. That's not the finale. So I have to make sure that I'm dotting and not like smearing, because this will all like blend together if we start smearing. So we kind of have to pounce up and down. Well, now we know what microwave popcorn feels like. Because that's what this kind of feels like. Alright, so I need a little drop into the next shade of our purple. Mix that around really good. Alright, we'll pick up some of that. Did I not get enough down? Didn't feel like we had any come off. Did it? I just need to pick up a little bit here. I might need to add a little bit of liquid white into there if it comes to it. So I'm not sure what this is. It's either Larkspur or something like that. I don't think we can really call it lavender since there's some pink in there. And there's some blue tones to it as well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab some liquid white here. Because you can also thin it down with liquid white too, if it comes to it. Let's see. Right, that's a little better. I mean, it could be a little bit brighter. But this is where we're at. So I'm going to grab a little bit of our liquid white and mix that into the light pink. And I think we'll still need some paint thinner here. It's still pretty thick. Like kind of like ink, like Bob said. Want it to be liquidy. Like not like run off your palette liquidy, but we need it to come off the brush. So I'm just kind of grabbing our light pink here and tapping in kind of over where our dark pink is. Just a bit to kind of give it a little bit of a layered feel. So this is going to be a little bit of back and forth unless you want to hit up everybody at the same time. So I added just a little bit of the liquid white into our dark purple. It just wasn't quite popping enough for me. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. Well, thank you guys for bearing with the booming in the background. Have to supply your own visuals for that. Because we did not go to the show. Too hot. It's been so gross outside. Just unbelievably gross the past 2 days, past 24 hours. I think they may have dropped the heat index, or not the heat index, the heat advisory. I think it was only till 9 p.m. anyway. But we're under... Jesus Christ. Could we not? Like, our floor just shook. And the walls. For fuck's sake. Sorry, I tend to curse sometimes. Especially when startled. Now that sounds like some idiot across the street setting them off. Because that kind of sounds like it's over the house. It's not the night for you to be setting them off. I want you to know that. It's really not. But okay, I guess. You're gonna do what you want anyhow. Yeah, the ordinances in this town are like, oh yeah, but that doesn't apply to me. I'm like, what? It's kind of strange here. It's a lot of big talk on some of the Facebook pages of people like wanting to thumb their nose at authority, but at the same time posting about supporting the authority. So I'm like, make it make sense. You understand that you can't have it both ways, right? Like, what? I don't understand. I guess I never will. I guess I'm just, my brain doesn't work in the way that would ever understand it. Ah! Okay, at least that splashed on the palette. That's okay. That can splash there. I'm just mixing some liquid white into the lighter purple here that we've got going. Just to kind of get slightly, oh shit, my hand slipped. Oh boy. Alright. Nisey strikes again. I'm not surprised. Alright. So, I'll wipe off any excess so we don't have too many issues here. This thing's getting out of hand. Oh, that got muddied. Paintbrush, what are you doing? I'm supposed to deposit the colors that you picked up off the palette, not make some brand new friends here for me. Alright. Now this is one of those instances where you want to make sure you don't have any runaway paint thinner on your ferrule, because if it drips down, it's gonna be problematic. Oh, are they done now? They might finally be done. Do you need me for pigs? Or are you good? Husband? Husband? Russell? 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 Sitting right next to me. Russell!
What?
Do you need me for pigs?
Oh, no. Told you got my earphones in.
I know, but I was talking pretty loud.
Yeah, but you're streaming, which means I assume you're not talking to me.
Oh, I said your name.
Yeah, you're streaming. I'm not paying attention. It doesn't matter if you say my name if I'm not paying attention.
I just didn't know if you needed my help with the pigs. I didn't know if she's been behaving with her medication.
But she's been pretty good recently.
One of the pigs has a potential ear infection. We're not quite sure how she got said ear infection. Oh good, I think they are done. I haven't heard anything. We thought it was Momo, because Momo likes to lick the pigs when we bring the pigs out of the cage from my mom to pet. But then we saw one of the other pigs grooming the other one's ear, and we're like, oh, is this how this happened? Because that would make a degree of sense, I suppose. Alright, let's see if I can sign this. I don't know if I can without it turning to hell here. Or my hand jittering. Alright, well, there's one. I was trying to avoid having to do that, but not to be. Okay. Get some more of this over here. So it didn't come out too terrible. I know I'm sideways at the moment. When am I not? Oh yeah, traffic's picking up. Everybody's like, get out of my way. I needed to be home 10 minutes ago. And our street, corner of our street, is like prime exodus area. So I used to do a paw print, but now I'm trying to do like a flamingo footprint. I sign the back too, so that way if it's not real visible on the front, like I'll do a full signature on the back once it's dry. Alright, and I think that's gonna do it. That
came out well.
did not come out half bad. For not following a tutorial and just kind of going for it. This is not a medium that I am very confident in, so we're trying to get me a little bit more confident in it. But, you know, not terrible. Oil paint there. But, yeah, let's get that a little more centered in the center of the plate there. That looks a little better. But, yeah, not bad. Not bad. I'm reasonably happy with that. Yes, there's definitely room for improvement in some areas, but not bad. Well, I thank you guys for joining me this evening and listening to me bitch about fireworks.
Hey, Nums.
Yes.
I realize you don't normally raid, but you did actually get a raid and people stayed.
Yeah.
So I've been looking around.
Uh-huh.
And they're actually, the person I just sent you on Discord is doing physical art. And it seems pretty chill. So wouldn't hurt to send it on along.
Okay, so let's see here. Let me get their link here. Hopefully, okay. So let me grab the name here. Copy. Alright, so let's see if we can do this here. Let's see. Let me put that into there. Okay, so we're gonna go raid this person. Impossible Realities, it seems. They look to be doing origami.
Well, they'll explain it when we get there.
So, thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. Oh, they changed how you raid now. Okay, cool. So let's go head over there.
Yep. Thanks for hanging around.